So I'm pretty sure at the start of this video my mic was peaking. And I was peaking my mic. I apologize. I need to get an audio mixer so I'm able to hear myself. But anyway, enjoy the video. How's it going? Welcome back to our wonderful Overwatch 2 coaching series. Today I've got a gold 1 tank player who was previously plat 3 before the SR reset, but now is struggling to climb back. Current goal is to get back to where I was ranked previously, and long-term goal is diamond if possible. I think 3 key issues were that a majority of my team played extremely passive, mainly on payload and not taking advantage of the space I was creating, rarely playing high ground, and because of how passive my team was, I started getting tilted and was semi-feeding. Side note, my ult usage was pretty bad. Looking back, I probably should have used it as defensive instead of engagement. Any advice appreciated. Well, lucky for you, Potato, we are going to give you some advice here today. If you want to submit your own clips to be coached here on the channel, then go down to the Google form in the description. Keep in mind that replay codes do stop working at the start of every patch. So we're coming in here on Rio, we're playing Orisa to start off. We're going to be taking the high ground here. Very good place to be taken. You can apply pressure with your gun, your javelin. You can stop people diving up to you. Okay, right, let's play it first. Let's see how this goes. Nice pushing Farah away from you. Not letting her create any space up top. I like that. Moving to the next high ground bridge. Trying to throw the javelin at Farah is alright. It's not the best. You're better off saving your javelin for the likes of if she gets much closer to you, like here. Or, you know, the enemy tank or support, so we're going to try and heal her. Right, so we've jumped off high ground. Probably because we see that they're pushing in. We don't want to let them touch point. Whatever. Right, we're focusing a lot of our damage into Sigma, which what really we should be doing, yes, is getting that. Right, let's go back there. So once you started off here, you went immediately into a javelin spin as soon as the enemy team came out. You didn't really need to. The only people who are here right now that can hit you is Iari, who's not going to do much damage to you, Zenyatta, and Farah, who I think hasn't even shot yet. No, hasn't even shot yet. And we use it for a second, and then we stop it. And then we throw it, we immediately fortify, and we throw a javelin into Sigma, who I'm pretty sure just absorbs that. Yeah. We had Mercy with us, so we didn't really need to fortify it, and that fire was not going to boob us off the edge. We do have that 30% as of now, knockback reduction. And then we push fire off, and we try to hit her with a javelin. Whatever. Jump back here, we fail to get that kill on the Farah. So this javelin here, when Farah flies up, if we had maybe saved that javelin until Farah had gotten just a tad bit closer. When we got Farah to here, could you imagine if you hit her with a javelin now? Like, she's right in front of you on the ground. You could have immediately hit her with a javelin before she took off there, and you would have killed her, which would have put your team up 1 member. And then the enemy team started to push in under the bridge. We kind of noticed this. We're putting more pressure onto the Farah, and we see the enemy team pushing in. What we should have done, instead of walking through here and then jumping down to try and hold this point from down here on the low ground, is we maybe could have stayed here, gotten rid of that pylon much earlier, applied pressure to their backline, and if not, you could have walked up here. And while your team were trying to hold from here, you can apply pressure here, and then even if you want, as your team see you're applying pressure here, maybe then jump down and maybe push all these back with your javelin spin. Realistically, your Cassidy should be here. Your Cassidy should be playing this low ground. Your Cassidy should be aiming for that fire. But ladies and gentlemen, this is gold. What maybe needs to be done doesn't happen all the time, and that's fine. It's all part of the learning process. So we jump down and we kind of use our javelin spin to keep damage off of us. And now Farah is here laying in the pressure, and your Cassidy is not looking up, but he's looking at this Sigma. So once we realize, we're just kind of firing away, trying to do as much damage as we can, and then we don't really use much aggression in that javelin spin. We kind of just side to side with it. If we had maybe fortified, pushed up a bit with that javelin, we kind of put a little more pressure on this team. And then Sigma kind of gets a bit closer, and we decide, right, we're going to fortify, we're going to leave Sigma alone and kind of walk into the back line and try and do some damage. You hit Broly with a javelin, but it doesn't seem to be as effective because Sigma just goes in the back and pressures our supports. Now, Orisa isn't really a tank that can ignore the enemy tank. Orisa is more so a tank that is there to, there's a word I'm looking for, that engaged the enemy tank. The fortify, the javelin spin, the javelin itself, it makes her very aggressive and easy to stand her ground. Now with the whole fortify slow thing, it makes her a little less viable, but you are still there to be able to stand your ground. So I'm gonna assume we lose first point here. Yeah, we don't want to push in here. Even if we touch, we're gonna walk out there and get mins. We don't want to walk out here. Just fortify and walk away. Get out. Yeah, throw javelin. Keep them away from you. Just that point was gone. We don't want to be going out there whatsoever. Am I peaking my mic? Have I been peaking my mic all? OBS, you're really doing me a disservice here. So we're taking high ground again. Nice. Okay, she got pretty much zero value out of that. That's great. Keep an eye on that volume. I need to get an audio mixer or something like that, man. I really do. I need to be able to hear myself. So the enemy team start pushing up. Alaria uses the roll, gets kill on our Cassidy. Unfortunate. Fire is pressuring our Baptiste. Trace is going to help, maybe. Mercy's back here resing our Cass. Fire used her ult on us. Got no value out of it, so that's absolutely great. That's fine. Let her waste. And we actually did manage to get a kill on the enemy Fire. Yeah, we can pressure that, Alaria. Yeah, excellent. I love to see that. I love to see that. Yeah, just get rid of that pylon. Stop that enemy team from pushing in. Excellent. Right, so Sigma's pushing back in. What we want to do is just leave that Fire to our DPS. We want to make sure that this Sigma can't make space for his team to push in. We want to hold our ground. That's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, we just want to keep playing this corner. Don't let them push in. The likes of people up top, nice fortify. People up top, we just kind of want to leave them to our DPS. If they don't have a tank, they're not going to be able to do much. Be more aggressive. We can push that Sigma off the edge, get him by himself. Right, we seem to know where this is coming from. Waiting. It goes and gets our Mercy. Probably a really good play off that Junkrat, because I think... Can Baptiste keep you alive? No, unfortunate. So, while we're here pressuring this Sigma, if we had went and pressured him there, pushed him off the edge, we could have probably gotten him. And then if Zen were to follow us, it would have kept him away from the point at least. And then when we hear the Riptire go off, Zenyatta, what we do is we sit here looking up, waiting for this. Where's Mercy going? We stay looking for this Riptire instead of focusing on keeping ourselves alive of the Sigma who is in front of us. This would have been a time to sort of just back out. Mercy goes down. We get a kill on Zenyatta, but unfortunately Baptiste isn't able to heal us enough to keep us from dying, and the majority of our team dies, which is not great. If we had probably backed out a little there instead of trying to focus on where that Riptire was coming and maybe prioritized keeping ourselves alive, we could have gotten out of this. But I don't know if you guys are going to be able to get back to touch that. No, we just want to come back. Yeah, just come back. Just come back. Get out of there. Now, they're playing... Okay, we got booped out of that. This is rough. This is rough. Right. We just want to keep coming back. We don't want to... Right. So when this happens, chaos sort of breaks out. Our Mercy goes in for a res on our Cass. Their Mercy is popping their ult. Their team is getting very aggressive. Junkrat's flying, lobbing bombs. And then Sigma goes in with his ult. And he doesn't manage to get anyone. But then Farah jumps up and kills our Baptiste. So what we should have been doing is keeping an eye on this kill feed up here. We see, oh shit, Baptiste is dead. But while this is happening, we're fighting a Junkrat. So when Sigma goes in with his ult, we get booped out by Junkrat, and we start fighting Junkrat, and then we immediately turn to try to shoot Mercy, and then Mercy flies off. We try to shoot at Fire, and then we turn right back to Junkrat, who unfortunately we miss a bit. It's, you know, mechanical aim. Just work on that, it'll get much better. We fail to get a kill on Junkrat, and Sigma comes back to help Junkrat. So then once this is happening, you seem to realize how low you are. You fortify to keep yourself alive. We come back here, we get the healing, but we haven't gained much health since the last time we were in front of the enemy team fighting, you know, like literally 10 seconds ago. And then we stay in the fight. What we should have done is just backed off. If we had backed off around this corner, oh goodness, oh no, we should have backed off. We need to keep in mind our situation, and we need to back off sometimes. It's not always about being super aggressive and playing that front line. You need to back off, regroup as a team, heal up, and go at it again. So we use our javelin spin coming out of spawn. We probably shouldn't have. You know, I know it gives us a little speed boost to get out there, but we really shouldn't have. We shouldn't be using our abilities walking out of spawn, especially when the enemy are this close. And then we walk in here, we jump off high ground, we start pressuring the Fire. Do we get her? We do get her. Cool. We're now putting pressure on the enemy Lifeweaver. Looking for the Mercy. We get the Mercy. Right, we managed to... We're pushing the enemy team back quite a bit here. I don't think Sigma died though. I think Sigma just managed to get out. Sorry, we managed to push the enemy team back. Gain a bit of space back after we kill the Fire and the Mercy. Great. And then we're going to be playing high ground. We seem to have probably a good headset. We know where this junk tire is coming from. But again, there's a lot of panic happening, is what I'm going to say. So while we're pressuring the high ground here, we're pressuring this Fire, this Mercy, this Lifeweaver. Junkrat hops himself up top, lobs bombs at us, pops himself in a corner, and goes for the ult. We immediately turn our attention towards where we hear Junkrat coming from. Look at that face. Damn. What we should have done, and then we get damaged from behind again, and our first thing is then turn right back. Fortunately, we get a miss on the Javelin. Now, if we had just kept pressure off, yes, the Junkrat Tire is in our back line. It gets our Soldier. And then Fire manages to get a kill on our Baptiste. Junkrat and Fire sandwich us and kill us. If you had just probably focused on that Fire, and for not that second, turned your attention towards the Riptire. Yeah, it's good and all to try to get the Riptire before it gets to your team. But if we are being heavily pressured by 2 supports and a DPS, we should not turn our attention off them to try and kill a Junkrat Tire. People who have less pressure on them, people who have more time to react, should be looking for that Riptire. So the Cass who was here, the Soldier who was here, you were stood right here with a Fire, a Mercy, and a Lifeweaver. And then Fire manages to push up against our enemy team. I mean our team, not our enemy team. Gets a kill on us, and I don't think we're going to touch. So they managed to catch point with 2 minutes still on the clock. Not great. Going to attack, we're going to be playing D.Va. You did say you were playing D.Va this match. Now D.Va, I want to be playing a little more, different to Orisa. What you're going to be looking to do is be diving those enemy supports, making space for your team, negating the damage from the likes of Fire, Junkrat, and Sigma, getting those sort of picks that are really going to benefit your team. Fortunately, we take a rock to the face coming up the front door, but hey, it's not going to hold us back. So we're going to move directly under the bridge. We're going to try eat from this side. If we're going to try eat, we probably should have stayed with our team to try and eat. Right. We're going after Fire. Ooh, that's an unfortunate trap. That is an unfortunate trap. But we are taking high... No, we want to stay in high ground. We want to stay high ground. Right. So, the likes of just there. Yeah, so we push high ground and we fall off high ground. What we should have done here, other than we push up to high ground, what we don't want to do is turn and look at this pylon, especially the range bar. We're going to be... We may as well be throwing stones at it. What we should have done is just kept our attention on this Junkrat. This Junkrat is isolated in a room by himself, and he manages to deal nearly half our health to us. So we want to pressure this Junkrat. We're push him into a corner, keep him pinned in. So looking at this, I do see how your team are playing quite passively. Your Cass is not doing as what he should be and putting pressure onto that Fire, leaving you sort of spread out. You're trying to get rid of Pylon, you're trying to get rid of Junkrat, you're trying to apply pressure to Fire and Mercy, you're trying to push Sigma off high ground, you're trying to do a lot at the same time. You know, it's very chaotic. Your aim seems very sort of sporadic as well. Your aim is all kind of like, I can't show it in this. I think maybe either your sense or your DPI is a little high, but your aim is kind of like jittery all over the place like this. Not as, you know, to this extent, but sort of like this. What we want is we want a smooth sort of aim. We're not sort of sporadic and aiming all over the place. We can keep it under control nice and easily. Because what will happen is we'll end up flying around. And with our aim all sort of sporadic in a sense, all high like this, if we fly into somewhere, we're going to be trying to get a kill on them, and it's just not going to work. Fucking shoot me, you little bitch. But then if our aim is more smooth and we have more control, we can kind of keep in mind where our target is. And that's one thing you also want to try to do. If you find someone like a Junkrat who's alone, charge him, push him into a corner. You do a lot of damage once you're right here. If your range is right in someone's face, you're doing tons of damage. That's why D.Va is great for the likes of playing against a Roadhog, or playing against a Winston, even playing against a Sigma. D.Va excels if she's right in your face. She does tons of damage. Even added on with these rockets, you're gonna mince people. Ugh, excuse me. You're gonna mince people. So if you had pushed that Junkrat into a room by himself, into a corner, you could have rinsed him in 2 seconds. So then coming back to here, we kind of get forced away with the enemy team. We kind of just get out. And we come back and we regroup as a team, recover, and we go at it again. We want to be looking for the picks on either that Mercy or that Junkrat. Hell, even that Fire. Or if we can just keep the pressure on the likes of Junkrat. Stop Junkrat from laying bombs into our team. Right, we're going up on the high ground again. See, our aim is very shaky. We're all over the place with our aim. We want to kind of keep it smooth and controlled. We're going after Ilaria here. We managed to get her pylon. We find Farah by herself. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Right, we're after getting caught in Sigma's ult, but our Larry has ulted. We're going to use our ult as we exit mech. We managed to get a kill on the Mercy. Right, we'll go back a bit. So here we catch this fire. Unfortunately, we don't manage to get her. So it's really unfortunate we don't manage to get the kill on that fire. And we get caught in this. We start kind of peppering away, you know, as best we can. And then we manage... How? What? That gap underneath the barrier killed that Mercy. Hey, you know, fuck it, we'll take it. That's... Yeah, right, we managed to get Sigma. Right, we're... Our target priority's all off as well. I mean, it's better that Junkrat uses ult there when we seem to have already had point. But Junkrat was really low, and we sort of left Junkrat to go on after Larry. We got a Larry, and then Junkrat used his ult, and it's just we should have killed Junkrat straight out. Dived and killed him, and then if we can stagger a Larry from respawning with our team for longer, the better. We're taking high ground here. We're peppering from sort of a distance. We want to be looking for getting to a position. If we fly at that Mercy, no, we want yes. Go for the Mercy. We don't really want to be back here, kind of trying to pepper them either. We're not going to do much from this range. See, our aim, yeah, again, just our aim was very all over the place. We do manage to get a good defense matrix on a Larry's ult. I love to see that. But we managed to get demeched, and they kind of roll through it. No way. There's no way you kill the Sigma. Great, you know what? I'll take it. Good job. Great, you managed to stay alive there, which was actually really good. I don't know how that Sigma didn't kill you, but he didn't. You know, so we'll take it. So sort of playing this fire, this aggressive. Or I kind of liked what I seen there. I don't know what that little aim spaz at the end was. Kind of like, ooh. But well, the pressure on the fire I did like. Our Larry is going in with their ult. So actually, I'll see how this plays out. Larry has gone in their ult. We managed to eat ult. I actually am seeing a good few ult eats. Unfortunate. But both healers are dead. We kind of want to turn around and just leave. We just want to leave. We don't want to be here. Don't, just leave. Just run away. Going back, we're back at it. Both both supports are back. They're playing Bastion now. So I liked where we were. I liked us being here. I don't know why we jumped down here from high ground to kind of pressure from the front. If we were here, we could have been laying damage down. Could have got rid of this pylon. Could have been laying damage to this Mercy. Could have been keeping Bastion focused on us. What is our cast doing? He's not really doing much. What we should have been doing there is not really looking at that pylon. We should have been looking at Mercy. We want to get that Mercy. We get it. We get her. Fly! It does damage. Right, we're here. We're fighting this fire. This Mercy gets out by the skin of her teeth. So we're here, and we just about get Mercy. If we had just blown at Mercy, shot rockets at Mercy, we would have killed her. But then Bastion rolls in and gets a kill on our Cass, and we're fighting Farah while also being pressured. Nice eat. We got Bastion. We know Mercy has no res. Fly at someone. Push them back. We don't want to just stand there and let them pump much damage in us while we kill Larry's pylon. We don't really want to be doing that. It's unfortunate. Right. We've got 11 seconds on the clock. You have your ult. Now what I'm hoping is we don't just walk in here and shoot our ult. What we want to do with these ult, we want to kind of hit them with surprise. You want to give them the least amount of time to react. So what you could do is fly and send your bomb in here. We have 11 seconds left. I assume a D.Va bomb is on its way. Right. Now, I don't know how well this is going to do. I don't know what this massive boom is. Sigma blowing up? Well, this is Sigma blowing up. But, now this could do bits. This bomb could potentially do bits. Or it does nothing. Now, what I was going to point out is our Larry went in with her ult. Where are we at this point? Why can't I see us? Huh? Where are you? Alright, you're invisible. Larry goes in, and we catch a glimpse that Broly over here has been affected, and so has Sigma. So if we had just kind of dived in there, we could have saved Bomb for our next fight, because we got it anyway. We got them all anyway. If we had just dived in there, killed Bastion, killed Sigma, we could have had Bomb. But now they're going to be coming online with 2 ults. So we want to be keeping an eye out on that ult economy. Pressuring from this sort of range, it's whatever. We can get that Larry. We can get that Larry. We can get that Larry. Unfortunate. Just Bastion gets smacked in the face by a rock. It's horrible. We want to go back on the high ground. We don't want to be on the point. Why are we focusing our attention towards this Sigma when we see Bastion in here using his ult? You can see Bastion using his ult. We also see Mercy's with him. We can push Mercy here, get the kill on Mercy, and then turn towards Bastion. What's Bastion gonna do? But instead, we continue aiming and peppering down range, and then Bastion comes back. Luckily, we get him because Mercy leaves, but then Mercy gets out unscathed. We could have gotten Mercy. Where are we going? We're all over the place. We are all over the place. We get the kill on Sigma. Sweet. And then Larry touches. We get this though, right? Ain't no way they touch. Right, we're going for a 3rd round. Now, just to sort of go over a lot of stuff I'm seeing right now. We're very panicky. We're very sporadic. We kind of jitter all over the place looking for a target. We look at targets, we pressure them. We don't really get much value out of it, and we turn to someone else. What we want to be looking for, we want to be looking for the likes of Mercy. So we're coming in our defense. They have 2 minutes to get first take on the point. We're going to go in a Zarya. One of the tanks I would suggest playing, especially against this Pharah, and a Mercy who likes to zip around, and a Junkrat who likes to zip around. I can see they're not playing Junkrat anymore, but Ramattra. I think a lot of people can benefit from playing Ramattra. Ramattra is a extremely strong tank, and I feel he's very slept on. Even now that they're playing Doomfist, obviously you don't know they're not playing Doomfist, they're playing Doomfist at this point. But Ramatra's Vortex, yeah, the height range on it isn't as high as Pharah can fly. Would you imagine if Mercy's zipping around, or Pharah zipping around, or Doomfist is zipping around, and you Vortex them into the ground and they can't move anywhere? I will die on this hill. Ramatra should be being 100% played more. But you're very sporadic, and so we can see now we're being pressured by Doomfist. Bubbling a little too soon. We want to be looking for those Pharah rockets to bubble. Easy charge. We don't want to fall off this edge. We kind of want to stay up here. We don't want to focus on Zarya. I mean Pharah. We are Zarya. We don't want to focus on. Yeah. This is who we want to get. No, we don't want to look at Doomfist. We want to kill those supports. We want to get the kill on that Mercy. We get the kill on that Mercy. We get the kill. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I'm gonna assume that's game. Yeah. Right. So you mentioned in your message there that you had bad ult usage. And I will say yes, your ult usage wasn't really the best. Starting off with Orisa, I don't think you were aggressive enough as Orisa. I don't think you held your ground probably as much as you should have while playing Orisa. Just as a whole, I think our target priority is very off. We seem to be kind of hot swapping targets a lot. And then the thing about our aim seems very sporadic, very jittery, very all over the place. The way you can do this is lower either your in-game sensitivity or DPI. It'll just make your aim a lot easier to control. Yeah, it will take some time to get used to the sort of new sense, but trust me, it will help out. A lot of the stuff there was sort of mechanical aim. You know, times where you weren't getting picks where you probably should have, mainly because we were missing shots. And then with D.Va, I did like how much you were eating ults. What I would recommend is D.Va is being a tiny bit more aggressive. Try look for the picks. If you are diving backlines and you are, you know, finding supports or even DPS by themselves, push them into corners, push them away from their team, shoot rockets into their face, get all up in their face, kill them, and then get out. So a good way is walk in, flank around, get a bunch of damage on them, rockets into them, guns, and then when they're getting about that much health, dive at them, shoot at them while you're diving, and then peel back to your team. There was a lot of times there you probably should have been killing that Mercy and you didn't end up getting them. That Mercy was a fiend against your enemy team. If that Mercy had died, that fire would not have been as effective as she was. And I do see that your team maybe weren't as aggressive as they probably should have been. Your Cassidy was definitely not making use of space. was definitely not taking picks on targets that he should have. But yeah, that's really all I have to say is, one, work on that positioning, the high ground. Make sure you're staying high ground, only pushing off when you need to, pushing people who are alone, like Mercy's supports, DPS, push them, kill them, get out, close that distance, especially when you're playing diva. Hold your ground a bit more as a Orisa, kind of stand there, fortify. You're a tank, you're there to absorb the damage. You are an unmovable object for your team. If you're playing Orisa and you're being pressured by the enemy team and you're allowing them to push you back, it's kind of negating Orisa's whole kit. Orisa is made to stand there, take the damage, negate the damage, and stop that enemy team moving forward. And then just work on that mechanical aim. Try a smoother DPS. Try to make your aim a lot more smoother. And then just work on that target priority. But that's all I have time for here today. Yes, that game was quite chaotic. But if you did enjoy the video, hit that subscribe button. We are pushing for 500 subscribers. And thank you guys so much for 400. We hit 400 today. I'm recording this, so thank you so much. If you want to get yourself some sick art, you can head over to my VGen, commission yourself some art, some emotes if you're a streamer, whatever. And if you want to support me and my channel, you can head over to my coffee in the description as well. But that's all I have time for. See ya.